Hello, my name is Logan DeVries, and in this video I will be analyzing the mechanics, dynamics, and aesthetics of Persona 4 Golden, developed by Atlus and published by Sega for the PS Vita. Persona 4 Golden is rated M for mature, and this game's target audience would have been existing fans of the Persona series and larger Megami Tensei franchise, along with consumers who didn't yet own a PS Vita. Persona 4 Golden is unofficially known as a social JRPG, a mix of the Japanese role-playing game and social simulation genres. If you're unfamiliar with Persona and wondering what this type of game would look like, some older games that resemble Golden's two components are Pokemon Red and Blue and Harvest Moon, both released in 1996. As a social JRPG, Persona 4 Golden's gameplay is a fascinating combination of school-life simulator and turn-based dungeon crawler. The social sim mechanics of the game allow players to participate in various activities, ranging from joining school clubs to working a part-time job in town. The premier feature of Golden's social sim aspect, however, is the social link system, where players build relationships with supporting characters through activities and interactive conversations to gain new abilities for the dungeon crawling segments of the game. Speaking of which, that brings us to Golden's RPG half. In the dungeon crawling segments of the game, players are treated to a traditional turn-based battle system, complete with the classic RPG staples of XP, party members, weaknesses, and monster collecting. Speaking of monster collecting, that brings us to the titular personas. Players can collect different personas to use during dungeons, which each grant abilities and passive skills in battles. The cherry on top of Golden's battle system is the all-out attack, in which the player's party performs a group attack after exploiting an enemy's weakness. The dual nature of Golden's gameplay results in a unique dynamic between the player and the systems of the game. When met with the social sim mechanics of the game, such as the social link system, players may attempt to ignore these aspects of the game and do the bare minimum to rush to the dungeons and progress the story. On the other hand, players can choose to embrace Golden's social sim systems and go out of their way to upgrade their social links, so they'll have more abilities to use in dungeons. Like its gameplay, Persona 4 Golden's aesthetic also has two sides. The social sim sections have players explore the quiet town of Inaba, where the subdued color palette and combatless gameplay come together to create the perfect melancholy atmosphere. And so, when the game shifts to the more colorful, flamboyant dungeons crawling with enemies to defeat, players will respond to this jarring shift in tone with a rush of adrenaline and a drive to get grinding. A different way to enjoy Persona 4 Golden is to simply sit back and enjoy one of the game's greatest strengths, its music. Instead of upgrading social links or grinding out XP, players can put a hold on progressing through either of Golden's two halves and explore Inaba or the dungeons until they find a song to their liking. And believe me, there's a lot to choose from. I encourage any music enthusiast to go and have their own personal Persona 4 concert. Persona 4 Golden's wildly different yet unexpectedly synergetic gameplay loops offer a unique experience to series newcomers, though JRPG purists may feel that the social sims side only gets in the way of the more traditional JRPG gameplay. Whether it be hanging out around town, battling it out in dungeons, or jamming out to some groovy tunes, Persona 4 Golden remains a unique package that can be played in any number of ways.